Rising over 1,500 feet above the desert, Shiprock is an impressive sight. 27 million years ago, it was formed in the throat of a volcano, with erosion slowly exposing what you see today. The rock is sacred to the Navajo people, so we stayed just over a mile away. I later read that some people prefer that you don't leave the paved roads at all. I had been invited on this trip by Andreas, who was traveling with his wife, Melanie, and his daughter. He had a strange obsession with driving with his lights on in daylight. With us, in the yellow Jeep, were Cheko, Carmen, and their 2 children. This was their first big trip. We spent several days with Kirt and Jen and their 2 boys as they traveled around northern Arizona and southern Utah. We had crossed paths the previous night with Rob, who regularly travels across the country with his 92-year-old grandfather. Finally, there was Wes and Alyssa, with their 3 children. They had gone up to our campsite for the night at Muley Point, just outside of Mexican Hat in Utah. I decided to catch up. When I got to the top of the switchbacks, I stopped to video the view and noticed a Lexus towing a trailer. Somehow, I had passed Wes and Alyssa. This is campsite number 4, and it's like the views just get better every single day that we're out here. We're up just west of Gooseneck State Park, overlooking just southern Utah. Setting up camp's been a little tricky because the soil is incredibly soft here, but it's very shallow. You're talking about an inch and a half maybe, so the tent pegs don't work. I had to use rocks, and I went and broke a rock in half. I didn't know my own strength. Well, about 20 minutes after we got set up and settled down, this wind kicked in, and it's been gusting pretty hard enough that we had to put both our awnings down and the camper topper to protect it from the wind. We may end up moving. Way down below us, off in the distance, at Gooseneck State Park, we could just make out everyone else camping at the edge of the cliff. According to them, the winds weren't quite so bad further down. We decided we'd leave that campsite. It was absolutely beautiful up there. The views are staggering, and we really enjoyed our time up there. We got to spend time eating dinner up there. We went on a short little hike along the edge, took some pictures and some video, and now we're going to head down into Valley of the Gods, where we're hoping it'll be a little more sheltered, or we can find some shelter behind one of the buttes. We haven't really lost anything. You know, we got to see everything up there, and we wanted to go to Valley of the Gods anyway, so we'll wake up somewhere new in the morning, get to see some more sights. It's all part of the fun. As we pulled into our site in Valley of the Gods, we found it was already occupied.
Oh my gosh. That is creepy.
If you make that thing take off and fly in my face, I'm leaving.
I don't know if it can take off
Step on it!
or if it can fly from something that is...
No.
I don't know if it can actually take off or it can just fly.
Did it just squeak?
Yes, it did.
Alright, I'm going back up top. See ya.
I'm going with you, Rob.
Wow.
Oh, there it goes. Holy cow.
Nope. That's wings went out. That's wings went out.
Come on.
Last night we came down from Muley Point to Valley of the Gods and set up camp down here out of the wind. Very, very peaceful down here, not a breath of wind, so we slept really well. So this morning, day 5, we're able to wake up and we're completing the Valley of the Gods loop, and again, it's beautiful out here. It's very, very pretty. And then we're going to head south and we're going to go into our 5th state. We'll sleep in a 5th state for a 5th day. We're heading down into Arizona. After stopping for a picture, Wes had a serious problem.
Frequency mode.
I don't know what to do. I've never had this happen before.
So what happened?
No, don't do this.
Come on. Tell the viewers. Crisis. Come on, you had a little crisis.
My key wouldn't come out of the ignition. And it wouldn't start back either. So the key was stuck, and when I returned it to start it, it wouldn't even act like it was starting. I got on I Hate Mud, and the first response was, jiggle the shifter. Every now and then, when they put our truck in park, it won't click into the park. So I got ready to do that, and I looked down, and I was still in drive.
Bet you feel real smart right now, don't you? You were sweating.
I was honestly worried this is not the place.
What do you mean not the place? Look at that view.
Not the place to live.
I swear I'm not a dumb person.
A couple of hours later, we pulled into the beach at Lone Rock Campground, which had very soft sand.
Is it good right here, or should we move to like better sand? Whatever you want to do, man. Just don't stop right now.
Are you stuck?
I wouldn't call it stuck. I would just call it, taking a little break. My truck chose the spot.
Temporarily immobilized.
There you
I
go.
doubt I could restart right now. I had some momentum coming. I was like, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop.
I heard that on the radio.
Yeah.
Well, this is fun. We get to drive on the beach.
This is awesome.
Hey, that was too easy. I put it on two-wheel drive, get in there.
Yep. And then get the front one stuck.
Yeah, there you go.
Even that was too easy, so we went off to play in the dunes.